Hello there. What is going on, everyone? We've got some amazing new rumors to address. The possibility that Atomic Mass Games could be working on a Pokemon tabletop miniatures game. This is extremely exciting. There are reasons for it. There have been hints they have been dropping all along for years, right before our very eyes. It appears almost that this game has been hiding in plain sight. We also have some leaked box art we're going to talk about, so sit down, buckle your seatbelts, hit that subscribe button, check out the date and the timestamp in the video down below, and let's go ahead and get rolling. Atomic Mass Games seems to be making a Pokemon game. Now, this is potentially a match made in heaven. There are so very many Pokemon that they could potentially do, and you're probably thinking to yourself, wait a second, you're talking about a tabletop miniatures game of Pokemon that I could paint and in dynamic poses with tactical rocks and trainers and tactical Pokeballs and lightning effects and all of that sort of thing, and possible painting competitions and tournaments and everything, you name it, streams, all of that. All of that could potentially be in order if Atomic Mass does make a Pokemon tabletop game. And I want to hear from you guys what you want to see from a Pokemon tabletop game down in the comments section below. What are some of your favorite Pokemon? Or if you are not familiar with Pokemon at all, let me know if this is something all new to you. It's definitely something that I sort of missed the bus on when I was younger. I think it came out just as I was kind of leaving the target audience. But now that I have children, they're into it. We were doing some Pokemon Go and doing some of that, and it's definitely, it's definitely still alive. It's one of the most popular trading card games on the planet, and there's new shows and new products all the time. This is a perfect time for a Pokemon tabletop game, and of course I feel like this is a match made in heaven with the style and the dynamic poses and the types of art direction that Atomic Mass Games has. Now, they have been dropping hints for a while. I want to point to some of the evidence that's been hiding in plain sight that suggests that these rumors could be true, starting with Star Wars Legion. We're going to jump over to the new version. Now, a lot of people say, why didn't Star Wars Legion just wait until like this April when they have their entire new card base and the new rule set and this new edition and this new refresh like all complete? Why didn't they drop it all at once? And it seems that the reason was for the POI tokens. They had to tease those over a year in advance. If you'll notice, the Star Wars Legion, which one is which? Which one's the Pokemon? Which one is the Star Wars Legion POI token? You probably have no idea. I'm going to tell you, relax, it's going to be okay. This one is the Pokeball. The other one is the Star Wars Legion Point of Interest token. I know they are nigh indistinguishable, leading many people to actually 3D print them and paint them up as Pokeballs, as you will see in upcoming Star Wars Legion battle reports that we're going to be hosting here. As also, if you go back to my old Star Wars Legion battle reports, everything in the new edition, we started using these with the last couple that we did. It's been a little while since we've done a Star Wars Legion battle report, and that's why this caught me by surprise, because we hadn't been playing as much Legion here on the channel lately. That is going to change. But there have also been hints in the Star Wars Legion Discord from the very moderators that help run that Discord for AMG. They have been seated there to plant subtle rumors. Now, the names and faces of the specific folks have been blurred to protect the innocent. However, you can see on multiple timestamps that some mods have been talking about Pokey, and some of the mods have been talking about catching them. Again, gotta catch them all. Has always been one of the key slogans. This is just some of the examples of the evidence that's been hidden in plain sight that, surprisingly, very few have caught on to. But we have the evidence, and it's just around the corner. But I first want to give you one more piece that has been hiding in plain sight. We are fresh after Adepticon, and what do they have at Adepticon? Tournaments and painting competitions, where, of course, with things like the Path of the Worthy, what do they have you wanting to do? They want you to sing that theme song, because when you go for the path of the worthy, you're saying to yourself, I want to be the very best, like no one ever was. To paint them all is my real test. To win this is my cause. And that is, of course, has always been the slogan of the painting competitions. But isn't that awfully similar to the Pokemon theme song? And there we go. It has all been hiding in plain sight this entire time. And lastly, we get our leaked box art. Whether or not this is entirely true, it looks legit to me. The Pokemon Clash, a Pokemon hobby miniatures game, build and battle. Of course, you're going to have to build them yourself. You're going to battle with your opponents. Now, I want to know from you guys, what Pokemon do you expect to see in a Pokemon Clash miniatures game? Rumors are that grand tournaments will be able to participate. Each city is going to be its own gym, so to speak. Can your team win Adepticon? And this is one of those situations where you won't necessarily just have to have one winner, because yes, there could be one grand champion, but your whole team could sort of take control of Adepticon. What team are you going to be to win Adepticon? What will your starter Pokemon? Now, starter boxes are supposed to have some of the basic Pokemon in there. You're going to have, your Bulbasaurs, your Pikachus, your Charizards and things like that. You're going to have a lot of your basics in those, but there will be like evolution packs that eventually come out, and there'll be some more exotic different regions. And there's still rumors that certain regional Pokemon will only ship in certain places, so you may actually have to travel far and wide, like the song suggests, to actually catch them all. There's also rumors that retailers will have very specific instructions as per the licensor, that when you purchase either an expansion or a core box of any product of the Pokemon hobby miniatures game Pokemon Clash, that you will not actually be able to be handed this. They will have to throw it to you, and you will have to literally catch them all. This even extends so far as to UPS, FedEx, and Amazon delivery drivers are no longer allowed to leave this at your doorstep. You have to sign for it, and also you have to catch it. Now, they will be selling special, catcher's mitts for these in Pokemon colors that you'll be able to literally say that you caught them all. It's a licensing thing, and they have to adhere to it very, very strictly. But I want to know your thoughts on the Pokemon miniatures game. What are some of the Pokemon that you want to see? Personally, I'm a big fan of Eevee and all of the different variants there. Vaporeon is one of my favorites. But, I know that Snorlax is also a big favorite, because wouldn't we like to sit down and take a nap? I know I've definitely felt that way after Adepticon. It is exhausting going around collecting all of the clues. And the funny thing is, these clues were always hidden in plain sight. Now, boosters are rumored to be in a Pokeball-style container, so you may actually be able to make it. And I think this is probably the better way to go, because if you're literally going to catch them all, it's harder to throw a box because the sharp corners could hurt somebody. So they may change the box design. Again, I'm not 100% sure that that's the final box art. That's kind of one of those things that they bring in private meetings that they showcase to certain retailers. But not all box designs are final. And while it's still in prototype, you don't have to catch them all. You don't have to catch them all until the street date goes live. So again, they can still use boxes while it's in development. They just have to switch to probably round containers once the game actually launches. Now, this isn't set to launch until 2027, so there's plenty of time. But I want to hear, do you think that this is going to be a good thing for the tabletop gaming community? Do you think that this could have the power to surpass, games like Star Wars Legion and Marvel Crisis Protocol? Or do you think this could even go beyond Warhammer? Pokemon has a huge community, and this could be a way to bring a wider and more diverse crowd into tabletop gaming, specifically wargaming and miniatures painting. The hobby aspects of a Pokemon game are absolutely incredible. There could be entire ranges of like lightning effects, fire effects, ice effects, water effects, plant type effects, grass type, terrain building, and the types of dioramas that could extend into a painting competition like this really exceed some of the things that we've seen before. That could be, I do expect a lot of like plinths for painting competitions to kind of showcase like a Pokeball opening up, and then your model inside there, so like it's coming out of the Pokeball. But I also am excited to see what the community can come up with, because a Pokemon miniatures game could be really insane. What do you guys think of Pokemon Clash, the miniatures game that is rumored to be coming from Atomic Mass Games? Let me know down in the comments section below. And while you're down there, don't forget to like, subscribe, check out all of that information, the video description. We got links in there, the date, so you don't forget what day it is, all of that great stuff. I want to thank you all so much for watching. Big thanks to my patrons. You guys are amazing and help make this whole channel possible. I will talk to you later. May the force be with you. Live long and prosper. Be excellent to each other. And always wash your socks.